And this is why they're having to concede free kicks.
Portugal have already had more shots on target today than in the opening match against DR Congo. Not too difficult, though, to top that, bearing in mind they had just one shot on target in their first match.
Still amazes me to hear you say that.
75% possession they had in that game, too. Fernandez with the free kick. And Uzbekistan get away with one, but now Shomurodov looking to take them upfield. He's got his team a free kick. That at least takes some of the pressure off, but hydration break here with Portugal leading by 2-0.
Yeah, it's a professional foul. He was hoping he could have laid that off.
Fabio Cannavaro will probably welcome this hydration break, an opportunity to get some instructions on, but Cristiano Ronaldo's 9th World Cup goal, now level with Eusebio as Portugal's leading scorer at the World Cup. And Nuno Mendes with his 2nd goal for Portugal, his first since the Nations League final against Spain in June of last year, as Portugal firmly in command.
Now there's a look back at this Portugal attack. And boy, Ronaldo just gets in between two center backs here. But this driven ball and just kind of curled in. I mean, it's just perfect form. It's a left shoulder that's dipped. It's a swivel of the hips. It's the sweetest of contact. And it's a fantastic goal. And it's done in a pretty small window, but you have to give a lot of credit to the delivery from João Cancelo. It's an absolutely gorgeous ball. It is what Ronaldo feasts on. Said it before the game, you got to get something going out wide, you got to get crosses into the man, and he proves he can still deliver.
Well, that lifts a bit of the weight off his shoulders, I suppose, Cristiano Ronaldo, especially when all the other big stars have been delivering at this tournament.
Well, I think, Paul, we're going to have a Golden Boot winner who's going to get 10 plus, maybe. 9-10 might be the number to win the Golden Boot in this World Cup 2026.
So play to resume, as Pepe, one of the greatest defenders of his generation, won the 2016 European Championship with Portugal.
Still looks fit, looks like he could play.
They're looking to get a combination going down this right-hand side, Uzbekistan. Karimov took a bit of a hit there.
That was Renato Vega coming out of the middle. Committed the foul.
This is Rustam Ashurmatov, plays for Astagal in Iran, in the Persian Gulf Pro League. But it is a squad made up largely of domestic-based players. As Ruben Diaz clatters it away for Portugal.
A couple play in the UAE, but you're right, it's their own domestic league, which if, you know, their national team is going to want to improve in the future, they're going to want to obviously continue to try and upgrade and move forward their domestic league.
Hey, and they are serious about their football And Uzbekistan as well have invested heavily in building state-of-the-art youth facility, and they are seeing the benefits as well. Over the last 15 years, they've reached the quarterfinals of the Under-17 World Cup twice. They reached the round of 16 at last year's Under-20 World Cup. 55,000-seater stadium being built as well in Tashkent, ready for the hosting of the Under-20 Men's World Cup next year. Karimov. Shukrov. Nasrulayev, who is known for his crossing ability, that's not bad. Seen off by Nuno Mendes.
This is the best sequence of possession and confidence through passing we have seen so far from Uzbekistan. That's got to be a foul.
And it is indeed a free kick to Uzbekistan. And this, in many ways, is almost a repeat of what we saw against DR Congo. Portugal on top, hydration break. DR Congo really came into the game. And Uzbekistan, for the first time, just seem as though they're beginning to get a foothold. That being said, though, it's gone loose. And Hamrabekov had to slide in to ensure his team maintained possession. Shomorodov sliding in, Vitinha, quick and nimble, and able to intervene for Portugal. And Cancelo being pressed, and pressed aggressively, and a wonderful goal! Goodness me, what a hit! As is John Janyev! With one of the goals of the tournament so far! The White Wolves bite back in Houston!
Absolutely eye-popping goal. It is hit with no regard for humanity. This thing absolutely flies off of the right foot of Janyev. Now they're trying to say that this was a foul on Cancelo, but this is just laser-like. What a hit. And that's just a blurry orb going past Diogo Costa, one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. And what a moment for Uzbekistan.
But it is being checked, and the referee is being summoned to the screen. And they're looking at this. Fazalayev on Cancelo.
I mean, look, he misses the ball, strikes him across the shin. We've seen this called. But it happened so quickly, and the ball fell right to Janyev, and he had lashed it into the back of the net.
After review, the attacker number 22 didn't play the ball and committed a foul. Final decision.
Uzbekistan see a golden moment taken away, and we've seen what would have been one of the goals of the tournament taken away. A real shame, because that was such a hit, but this is why it's been chalked off.
Yeah, it's over the top of the ball. He misses the ball. Okay, that's the first thing. So it's pretty obvious. It's kind of a shame, because the goal, as you mentioned, Paul, just a spectacular hit, just an example of pure power from long range. And that would have been mission accomplished to get the game's next goal with a 2-0 scoreline for Fabio Cannavaro and Uzbekistan. Can't argue with the decision.
No, that's what it's there for. The technology. They arrived at the right decision. And it remains Portugal 2, Uzbekistan 0. But they've shown that they can get at this Portuguese side, and They've really stepped onto them since that hydration break, so pretty clear then that Fabio Cannavaro encouraged them to do that. They're playing much higher up the pitch, and they are getting some joy from it.
Yeah, and the scoreline forces them to do that as well. And look, you can sit back and defend deeper and try and keep it at 2-0 and then make your move. It's dependent upon when you wanted to make it, to press and try and get the goal more. I like the fact that he's doing it early. Now, it could lead to a ton of goals here today as well.
Well, there's something about this city in particular, this venue, this stadium. We have not wanted for entertainment, Glenn, have we, in the matches that we've had? We've been very, very lucky here.
Oh yeah, it's been exceptional. The crowd, the supporters, the connection. Everybody in here loves football. It just really has been something, a really, really special moments that have been occurring here.
Free kick for Uzbekistan. Janiev will float it in deep, and coming round the back was Hamrabekov, who goes flying into the advertising boards. But it comes to no harm as far as Portugal are concerned.
Yeah, this is a look back at Nuno Mendes. And, you know, who would have thought that Ronaldo was going to be the decoy on that set piece? But from where we were sitting, you could tell this favored a left-footed player. Now, the question really was, would Ronaldo let him take it? And I think most everybody thought Ronaldo would have taken that free kick. But what a free kick it was from Nuno Mendes.
Foul there by João Felix. Speaking of Ronaldo, incidentally, he's just the third player to be his country's oldest and youngest goal scorer at the FIFA World Cup, among nations with more than one scorer, after Michael Laudrup for Denmark and Lionel Messi for Argentina. And the little magician from Argentina has certainly lit up this tournament. Looking very, very sharp, scoring all 5 of Argentina's goals so far and becoming the leading scorer in FIFA World Cup history as Fazalaev chases this down, and his height probably counted against him to a degree there. He's not the biggest, and Diogo Costa is just able to tower above him and get hands on the ball.
Now, how reliable is Diogo Costa? And looking back there and knowing you got him behind you, what a goalkeeper of experience. 44 caps for Porto, just a commanding presence.
Fernandez, or rather Neto it was, trying to help it down the line.
I like that sequence that you saw, the verb, the commitment for others to get in front of the ball out wide and get down that line. Cancelo was making that run.
Nuno Mendes. Well, only partially away by Abdullayev. And a free kick conceded. Portugal in a hurry to get on with it. Neto taking on Nazaralayev and beating him with ease, and they were queuing up in the middle. There were 4 in red in there.
That was good cover to come out of the middle and block that cross, because that's what you want.
Shomorodov for Uzbekistan. He's got an option to his right in Janiev, and Nuno Mendes using all of his pace to get back and help out. But a bit of a slice clearance there from Diogo Costa. Lovely touch from João Neves. Super stuff. And he's juggled it through to Bruno Fernandes. Now it's João Felix. Ronaldo making his move towards the edge of the box. Neto coming in far side. And the chance comes and goes.
And to my earlier point, this is how it's going to work now. If you commit numbers forward to Uzbekistan, there's going to be a tremendous amount of space for all these incredibly technical Portuguese players like Nuno Mendes to take advantage of. Difference between this and Congo.
Ronaldo there getting his sick touch of the game, and he's on the floor and looking for a foul, which is not forthcoming. And Husanov has hammered the ball out of play just in case it needed some additional attention there, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Didn't look like a whole lot in that.
Anjay.
The sporting thing done, it's thrown back. But I was just going to say that the difference between this game and the Congo for Portugal is the fact that they're breaking lines now. They're making passes that are turning defenders. They're looking like they want to get to goal with more urgency through their play, through their decision making. They didn't have that against the Congo. We watched them stroke the ball around 14 times, and there wasn't much territorial advancement. They'd still be standing at the halfway line. It was very strange, but that has been flipped 180 degrees today.
Menit carry aku lakon menang carry tuh. Pertama bentuk nyesek.
18-year-old for Uzbekistan. 22 years and 183 days between him and Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo. The biggest gap between two starting players in a match in World Cup history. And Uzbekistan led by a World Cup winner in Fabio Cannavaro, back on the World Cup stage 20 years after lifting the trophy as Italy's captain. What a team he was part of when you think of some of the names back then. Pirlo, Gattuso, Totti, but it's Portugal on the surge with Bruno Fernandes. Cristiano He's done it again. Just felt as though this FIFA World Cup was not quite complete. It is now, because Cristiano Ronaldo has announced his arrival.
Spectacular transition moment as Ronaldo bathes in the adoration of his adoring fans. But watch this breakout here. This is classic transitional football. We knew this was coming with Uzbekistan committing numbers forward. The weight of this pass, perfect. But to angle that into the far side netting, with the goalkeeper going towards the near post, is brilliant finishing. And that's the partnership you want to get oiled and working. Bruno Fernandes, perfectly weighted pass, and the finishing of Cristiano Ronaldo, who now has a second here in Houston today.
And a significant milestone just passed as well, because he moves ahead of the legendary Eusebio for most goals for Portugal at a FIFA World Cup. It just feels like records have been broken every single day at this World Cup.
Great that you mentioned Eusebio, phenomenal player. Back in that time period with Pelé, he was considered one of the great attacking players.
Shomurodov for Uzbekistan, pushed on by Zhanev, cleared by Cancelo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
What a phenomenon he is. Just like Messi. You can pick your favourite, Messi or Ronaldo, but you just simply have to admire both for their passion and hunger for the game in their twilight years. It's absolutely incredible.
And you want that out of your center forward. I mean, his attitude is insatiable to score goals. And that is something everybody has to admire.
Ronaldo being serenaded by the fans in here. Make that 975 goals now in his career, and there will be a figure that he will be chasing, I'm sure, which is to get to the 1,000, and he will surely get to that mark as well.
He's not thinking about retirement until he gets that 1,000. There's no question about that.
Felix looking menacing. Seems to get caught between a rock and a hard place there with the ball in.
Okay, mantap.
Thought he might try to slip it on the floor to Ronaldo. Here's the ball over the top. It just drops beautifully. Yeah, shot, cross, whatever. We're not sure what it was, but because it was no real conviction as to what he wanted to do. I think you described that fairly.
Rungkuk.
I think Joao Cancelo got it going from the wide areas here today with that first great piece of delivery to Ronaldo.
Fernandes. Ronaldo on a hat-trick now, remember. João Felix couldn't find a way through. And Portugal playing like a team who were billed as one of the favourites for this tournament. This is exactly the kind of display we expected in their opener. Neto, Cancelo, João Neves trying to help it on with his head. Cleared away by Ashamatov. Fazalayev full of running. Mendes shut down. Good challenge from Karimov. Janyev. Shomorodov. Shukrov. Well, it was worth a try.
Yeah, it fell to the holding midfielder. You do have to try it. Unfortunately, the angle the ball was coming out and made it difficult. This is how quickly the ball gets off the feet and how quickly you can jump into transition with players like Bruno Fernandes. Look at that. Threads the eye of a needle. It's done beautifully. What a look that is.
Yeah, what a great view as well we got there from the ref cap.
Kini teko wasite rasa ngojo. Mini iki
Becomes so important on broadcasts.
I just think it's a fabulous addition. It just gives you that different vantage point that you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah.
And it also highlights how quick the game is.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. You took the words out of my mouth. It just showed you how fast this evolved. And the next thing you know, the ball's in the back of the net.
Shomorodov for Uzbekistan. Can they at least get a goal back with half-time approaching here? Nasrullayev.
Telu 3-4-3 toh formasinya.
Nasrullayev looking to feed it to Fazalayev, but Cancelo with some tidy work down that side. And it needed the challenge of Shukrov to get in there. Shomorodov rising. Breaks for Renato Vega. Mendes. Amrebekov. Janyev. Shomorodov. Did really well there. He was surrounded by red, but managed to find Shukrov. But sadly for Uzbekistan, it fizzled out rather quickly.
Yeah, Fazulayev was a little disappointed because he had made a good run out wide. And he was hoping to get that ball. They were one pass away from it. They've been one pass away from it 2 times in attack.
Now into a minimum of 6 additional minutes here. Bruno Fernandes, the English Premier League's Player of the Year. Ronaldo to Mendes.
Kapten mau Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's lost it.
Ronaldo's
being hunted down by Mendes. He not only wins it, but keeps it in play.
It's interesting, you saw Ronaldo all the way out by the sideline. You did not see that at all in the Congo. He was rooted to the penalty area. And I think this is a little different game in degree of difficulty than Congo. And I say that respectfully. There is more room to do things here. Congo was a well-drilled physical unit.
Yeah, that will not be an easy game for Colombia later on.
Oh, that's a five-star entertainment game coming up later.
So much to look forward to. Nazarlayev scampering away down the left. Shomorodov slipped inside. Terrific block from Vega. Amrabekov was the one thwarted. Thought Shomorodov might have taken that himself.
That was a good passage of play. They moved the ball quickly in and around the penalty area. Very difficult position for a manager to be in. Fabio Cannavaro down a trio of goals in the first half.
He had a very good record as a player against Portugal. 3 matches against them. Second and final Italy goal was actually against Portugal in a friendly back in 2008, but this has been a very different challenge as a head coach with his team 3-0 down against the Giants of Portugal.
Back in 2006 to be a defender and win the tournament's best player award. He's a center back then, and he's not a tall, physically imposing man from the side. From a height perspective, but absolutely powerful center back, reader of the game, spectacular in his career.
Oozed quality, didn't he? And a reminder that, you know, not to see Italy on the world stage again. You know, they were a staple of World Cup competition. It's unfathomable, really, that they've missed out again.
Well, the good news is they just hired Paolo Maldini, and Maldini's going to come in a sporting director type role, so that's good news for Italian football fans.
Yeah, if anyone can sort it, Maldini can sort it. Shukrov for Uzbekistan. Oh, and a lapse in concentration from Ashamatov, and the ball goes out of play. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Cancelo with some room to operate in. Cross was stopped by Nazarlayev. Neves digging out the cross, but couldn't find anyone in red. Vega getting the better of Shomorodov.
Well, you saw Shomorodov just play Vega, right, as the ball was traveling in the air, trying to initiate the contact and hope he could get in behind him, but dealt well with by Vega.
Fernandez, deft little touch there.
Anjay,
Ronaldo unable to get on the end of it. Maybe the Ronaldo of 4 or 5 years ago may have done.
Well, it's been a real special moment to see him produce 2 goals here in the first half against Uzbekistan.
Oh, nicely done by João Neves. They're in again here. Ronaldo! Not this time. And a heroic clearance off the line as well from Uzbekistan. Everybody was up and out of their seat, expecting Cristiano Ronaldo to get a first half hat-trick.
Well, again, what we said before this game, and that might have been slightly offside, I'm not sure, but what we said before the game is that, look, Portugal has got to get a wide game going, get crosses into this man. He was just trying to flick it over Nematov. And then, as you mentioned, Paul, cleared off the line by Husanov.
And the referee brings the first half to a close in Houston. And the fans inside this place, those aside from an Uzbekistan persuasion anyway, have got exactly what they came for. Cristiano Ronaldo not once but twice on the score sheet. Nuno Mendes as well. And Roberto Martinez has got exactly the right kind of response that he was looking for. At the break in Houston, Portugal 3, Uzbekistan 0.
Mau pulang. Pipis, duduk. Terus pergi makan aku ya. Gue ceritanya saya kayak tadi ini.
Ini yang saya sukai, berekspresi, membawa pesan yang positif. Kalau panas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada badannya.
Tengnya, gak batang.
Afrika Selatan mesti menang.
Ya pemirsa 3-0 Portugal berhasil unggul atas Uzbekistan sementara ini di babak pertama dan
Jalan
2 gol
racing
dari
hell ya.
Ronaldo membuat tentunya fans semakin bersukacita di Houston Stadium di
DDR
Ya,
untuk
mas kita
jalan
tahu
racing.
dari
DDR
Portugal bermain sangat berbeda, pendekatan strategi juga berbeda dan mereka bermain sangat baik sekali. Sebelum kita dengarkan dulu tentunya wawancara kali ini.
Avvalambor assalomu alaykum. Konsentratsiyani ozgina yo'qotdik. Shuning evaziga xatolarimizdan foydalanishdi. Endi ikkinchi taymga xudo xolasa yana tayyorgarlik ko'rib yaxshi tushamiz.
Hukumatimiz xususan O'zbekiston Respublikasi prezidenti uchun sizlar allaqachon qahramonga, xalqimizga ham qahramonga aylanib ulgurgansizlar. Va mana shu narsa sizlarga sokinlik bermayaptimi o'zi aslida?
Endi u narsaga erishdik deb endi xotirjamlikka berish kerak emas. O'zimizni O'zbekistonimizda qanaqa kuchga egaligini ko'rsatib, muxlislarimizni xursand qilishga harakat qilamiz.
Maydonda bosim bormi? Nima deb o'ylaysiz?
Boshida ozgina bosim bo'ldi, hozir hammasi yaxshi. Muxlislarimiz qo'llab-quvvatlashyapti. Ikkinchi bo'limda chiqib hozir yaxshi harakat qilamiz.
Va o'sha hisoblanmagan gol qay darajada ruhiy bosim o'tkazdi?
Endi bu Saudiyaning qarori bo'ldi. Davom etamiz, endi gol bo'lmadi, hisoblashmadi. Ikkinchi bo'limda harakat qilamiz.
Aynan Portugaliya terma jamoasiga nisbatan aytadigan bo'lsak,
Ronaldo
ko'rsatishga himoyalanish qiyin bo'lyapti.
Men barcha o'yinchiga qarshi qiyin bo'lyapti. Endi bilasiz, ularning hammasi yulduz o'yinchilar. Barchasiga qarshi ko'rsatamiz.
Ricardo, foi uma primeira parte intensa, muita história a ser feita. O primeiro gol de Nuno Mendes. Ronaldo a marcar pela primeira vez, o primeiro homem da história a marcar em 6 mundiais. Torna-se também o melhor marcador de Portugal. Era esta a resposta que procuravam para este jogo?
Sim, a verdade é que a nossa equipa está formatada para jogar bem. Quando joga bem tudo é muito mais fácil. Felizmente temos criado oportunidades, temos criado dificuldades à equipa do Uzbequistão, está a jogar nas costas com algum espaço, com algum perigo. João Félix está por dentro, também ajuda também o Cristiano e felizmente tivemos as nossas oportunidades e marcamos, que era importante.
E esta energia, esta força é para continuar na segunda parte? Pé no acelerador?
Sim,
Ya,
manter.
dari kopi lah ya, tawannya apa itu?
Estão no banco muito trabalhado para entrar e muito competitivos e o mais importante é continuar com este ritmo para certificarmos que a vitória é nossa.
Obrigada, Ricardo.
Ya, pemirsa, ini bagaimana statistik pertandingan di mana Portugal 3, Uzbekistan 0.
Yang jeruk ini pekul tenang.
55-36. Time at goal 90-3, time out target 4-1. Dan melihat dari pelanggaran yang terjadi juga cukup banyak, sedangkan passes komplit 4-33. Seperti apa Anda menjabarkan pertandingan di babak pertama tadi, Mas Gita?
Ya, kalau kita lihat ya efektif yang dilakukan oleh Portugal ya, sejak dari awal ya. Mereka menekan, mereka menghasilkan peluang, kemudian mereka cepat unggul semua. Nggak harus dibilang bahwa mereka bermain untuk Ronaldo, sempat tadi bagaimana Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes tidak memberikan asis ya pada saat dia dapat peluang di kotak penalti pertama, tapi selebihnya mereka bermain di mana ada yang bebas itu mendapatkan bola dan itu terlihat dari dua gol yang diciptakan oleh Ronaldo tadi, satu dari Joao Cancelo, satu dari Bruno Fernandes, juga gol brilian dari tendangan bebas tadi, semua dummy ke arah Ronaldo sehingga semua memudahkan Nuno Mendes untuk menciptakan gol pertama.
Ya, rekor tercipta di Amerika Serikat atau di FIFA World Cup 2026 kembali seorang pemain bernama Cristiano Ronaldo mampu menciptakan gol di 6 Piala Dunia yang diikutinya. Di 2006 1 gol, 2010 1 gol, 2014 1 gol, 2018 4 gol, 2022 1 gol dan 2026 sementara ini 2 gol. Total 10 gol dari Cristiano Ronaldo untuk Portugal untuk dunia.
Ya, tadi di halftime Cavallo menyampaikan menjawab pertanyaan dari media bagaimana melihat penampilan Ronaldo. Dia menjawab tadi semua pemain mampu memberikan bantuan support
ini jelang tahun ajaran baru, banyak warga jual
dia keluar dari tekanan. Ini yang paling penting di pertandingan ini. Selama ini media atau di luar mempertanyakan perpecahan antara pemain di internal, ternyata tidak. Dan tadi kita juga sampaikan bahwa Bruno Fernandes terlihat tadi tidak mau passing di awal kepada Cristiano Ronaldo, tapi gol kedua, gol dari Ronaldo tadi tidak assist dia.
Ya, dan kita lihat tadi bagaimana Portugal dan Uzbekistan saat ini dari final third entry. Seperti apa? Aku saya melihat seperti memang di sisi kiri permainan dari Portugal ini selalu menjadi awal dari serangan.
Iya, ada dua pergantian, salah satunya dengan memasukkan Joao Felix ya. Joao Felix lebih banyak melakukan penetrasi di sisi kiri ini. Dan satu gol dari Ronaldo adalah assist dari Joao Felix yang memberikan umpan langsung. Dan ini wajar terjadi karena Joao Felix dan Ronaldo bermain satu musim bersama tim yang sama di Al Nassr.
Ya, seperti apa Pak kita?
Ya, ini kalau kita lihat ada Joao Felix di sana, ada Nuno Mendes juga di kiri. Ini yang membuat mereka sangat apa ya? Lebih banyak dari kiri, ada 15 tadi ya penetrasi dari kiri dibandingkan dengan kanan juga dari tengah. Dan kalau kita lihat ya umpan-umpan pada Ronaldo membuat Ronaldo ada 4 attempt, 3 diantaranya on target dan 2 diantaranya menjadi gol.
Ini peluang pertama ya dari Bruno Fernandes di kotak penalti, tapi dirinya mengambil inisiatif untuk melakukan tendangan ke arah gawang langsung meskipun ada Felix dan juga Ronaldo yang kosong. Tapi itu tampaknya menjadi awal dari sebuah prestasi.
Ya,
atau 3 gol.
Ini kali terakhir ya. Kemudian mereka memperbaikinya dengan cepat dan hanya butuh waktu 6 menit untuk Ronaldo juga menciptakan gol pertamanya.
Ini umpan dari Cancelo yang mampu diselesaikan dengan baik oleh Cristiano Ronaldo. Gol ke-9. Ronaldo sekaligus sejarah tercipta di menit ke-6 ya.
Iya, kalau kita lihat ini yang diperbaiki oleh Portugal dari pertandingan pertama. Sekarang ada 5 pemain di dalam box, Tio. Kalau kita lihat, kalaupun lepas dari Ronaldo tadi masih ada 4 pemain lagi. Dibandingkan pertandingan mereka melawan Kongo, mereka hanya menempatkan 1-2 pemain saja di dalam box ketika ada crossing.
Ya, kita lihat ini bagaimana penempatan posisi ya juga yang brilian dari Cristiano Ronaldo. Sepertinya memang semesta ingin di menit ke-6 ya. 6 Piala Dunia.
Dan kalau kita lihat setelah ini kan sebenarnya Uzbekistan masih ya menutup rapat barisan pertahanan, tapi kemudian ada tendangan bebas yang jadi gol kedua. Itu yang membuat mau tidak mau mereka harus keluar ya.
Ini set piece yang sudah ditata dengan baik ya, Coach Yayan.
Ya.
Semua orang melihat posisi Ronaldo ingin melakukan sebuah tendangan bebas, tapi justru Nuno Mendes. Nanti kita akan melihat tayangannya tentunya. Gol yang indah, salah satu gol set piece bola mati yang jarang terjadi di turnamen ini.
Ya, kalau kita lihat ini masih dengan tayangan crossing tadi bahwa bagaimana bola tidak lagi early crossing tapi late crossing, di mana pemain belakang lawan sulit menghalonya karena dia tidak bisa mengontrol bola dan lawan bersamaan.
Ya, nanti Ronaldo tentunya mampu menunjukkan bahwa Portugal baik-baik saja. Portugal tetap kompak untuk juara dunia yang mereka inginkan ya.
Ya, 3 gol tidak dibalas sama sekali di babak pertama, walaupun tadi ada peluang dari Uzbekistan ya tadi ya. Ada satu kesalahan dari Joao Cancelo, kemudian sudah ada pelanggaran dari Joao Cancelo. Ini tendangan bebas yang semua ke arah Ronaldo. Ya. Orang menganggap bahwa daminya akan datang dari Nuno Mendes, tapi padahal daminya datang dari Ronaldo, dan Nuno Mendes melakukan tendangan bebas yang sangat brilian sekali untuk menciptakan gol kedua. Ini menarik kita lihat bahwa gol ini tercipta karena 3 blocking pemain di depan pagar tadi yang menutupi penjaga gawang untuk bereaksi cepat ya. Karena 3 pemain itu mengelak, kemudian tendangan itu diarahkan ke badan 3 pemain tadi.
Betul. Nuno Mendes salah satu back kiri terbaik dunia saat ini bersama dengan para pemain terbaik.
Tahu nggak?
Ada mas tuh, sebelum hangatnya. Ada peluang yang dimiliki. Bahkan cukup bebas, masih ada celah ya di lini belakang dari Portugal.
Ini sebenarnya waktu lawan Kongo juga mereka melakukan yang sama ya, mereka agak terbuka di belakang pada saat mereka mencoba cari gol kedua. Ya memang di pertandingan ini Portugal hanya bertahan otomatis dengan 6 pemain, 4 pemain belakang dan 2 gelandang bertahan, karena kita tidak melihat Ronaldo sampai ke belakang, kemudian Bernardo Silva bahkan Joao Felix ikut bertahan.
Ya, kita melihat tentunya ini bagaimana serangan yang sangat cepat sekali dilakukan dari Bruno Fernandes, dan asisnya diselesaikan dengan baik untuk Cristiano Ronaldo, gol ke-10 selama Piala Dunia, dan tentunya mematapkan keunggulan menjadi 3-0.
Ya ini yang selalu dilakukan oleh Bruno Fernandes selama di Manchester United ya. Paruh kedua musim kompetisi lalu, bagaimana dia ini serangan balik yang cepat seperti yang dilakukan, dan kemudian lihat bagaimana passingnya yang luar pertahanan membuat Ronaldo luar biasa mendapatkan gol keduanya.
Dia mati.
Ini kombinasi yang harusnya menjadi modal bagi Portugal ya, saya.
Ya, sebenarnya kedua pemain ini adalah pemain yang penting buat Portugal, dan ketika mereka bermain sangat klik akan sangat berbahaya bagi siapapun yang akan dihadapi. Dan kalau kita lihat bagaimana Ronaldo keluar melingkar lari di belakang pertahanan, tujuannya adalah membuka, dan kalau lihat progresi tadi Bernardo pun juga sebenarnya punya peluang untuk melakukan syuting langsung karena terbuka itu tadi, tapi dia lebih memberikan umpan kepada Ronaldo.
Ya, kita lihat ini satu kesempatan untuk bisa melakukan hat-trick ya, masih bisa dihalau tadi oleh pemain belakang dari Uzbekistan.
Ini time ketiga Ronaldo ya.
Banyak mana sekarang enak sebelah.
Jadi antara target sayang gagal menjadi gol.
Ya, saya rasa ini salah satu penampilan terbaik Ronaldo di Piala Dunia ya.
Iya. Yang pertama mungkin pada saat pertandingan 2018 ya, berhadapan dengan Spanyol, di mana dia hat-trick, tapi pada saat itu Portugal hanya bermain imbang 3-3.
Betul. Kali ini sudah unggul 3-0 dan potensi besar untuk bisa menambah gol. Ingat Uzbekistan saya rasa bermain sangat terbuka ya dan tidak disiplin ya.
Iya, ketika mereka bermain terbuka, yang tadi bermain dengan 5, sekarang mereka hanya meninggalkan 3 pemain di belakang. Artinya ruang yang ditinggalkan cukup besar tuh, apalagi pemain Portugal cukup baik, cukup cepat melakukan penetrasi di sisi samping. Ini yang membuat 3 pertahanan mereka, bahkan kalau kita lihat Kusanov jatuh bangun dari di depan gawang untuk menghalau bola.
Seperti apa yang harus dilakukan oleh Cannavaro, karena kalah berarti tersingkir, sedangkan kalau bermain ofensif juga resikonya akan mudah dibobol oleh Portugal.
Iya, dua tim Malakama ya. Pasti karena ya seperti waktu mereka melawan Kolombia ya, mereka keluar menyerang, kemudian Kolombia leluasa. Yang tadinya bertahan dengan 5 pemain, bahkan di gol ketiga itu hanya 1 pemain yang ada di kotak penalti pada saat berhadapan dengan Kolombia.
Ya, bagi Anda yang baru bergabung bersama kami atau Anda terlambat untuk menyaksikan pertandingan antara Portugal versus Uzbekistan, ini tentunya pemirsa, kita lihat bagaimana momen ketika Ronaldo menciptakan sejarah sepanjang Piala Dunia. Satu-satunya pemain yang menciptakan gol dalam 6 Piala Dunia yang diikutinya, dan ini mungkin akan sulit untuk bisa disamakan oleh siapapun. Dan mungkin satu orang yang bisa adalah Mbappe ya.
Iya.
Masih bisa ya.
Kalau Mbappe ikut 6 ya.
Iya. Ya, sedangkan ini bisa menepis bahwa isu keretakan dari Portugal setelah Luis Figo tampil, tadi Ricardo Carvalho juga dalam sesi doorstop tadi mengatakan bahwa semua sudah bermain sebagai tim ya.
Iya. Dan dia melanjutkan dengan apa yang harus dilakukan di babak kedua. Dia bilang tempo harus tetap sama, continue dengan apa yang sudah dilakukan di babak pertama, karena tidak menutup kemungkinan dengan menurunkan tempo akan berbahaya buat mereka, karena kita tahu bahwa Uzbekistan sudah tertinggal dengan 3-0, tentu akan mencoba keluar. Mau kalah 3, kalah 10, saya pikir sama.
Ya, maksudnya kalau tadi kita sudah bahas kekalahan 1-3 Uzbekistan atas Kolombia karena memang banyak miss atau banyak lubang. Di babak pertama tadi Anda melihat kesalahan Uzbekistan apa?
Di babak pertama mereka tadinya mencoba bertahan lebih dalam ya, sulit dilewati atau masuk Portugal dari tengah, tapi di sisi samping tadi di gol pertama kita adalah bagaimana mereka tidak bisa mengantisipasi crossing dari pinggir lapangan yang akhirnya Ronaldo bisa muncul sebagai orang yang tidak terkawal. Ini kesalahan pertama. Kemudian yang kedua adalah melakukan pelanggaran di luar box. Itu yang tadi terjadi, gol kedua adalah free kick. Free kick itu sama halnya kita mempersilahkan lawan untuk menendang secara gratis ke gawang kita, karena bola diatur baik-baik dan orang bisa melihat gawang kita di mana dibandingkan mereka menciptakan gol dari open play.
sambung.
Ini yang saya sukai, berekspresi, membawa pesan yang positif. Kalau panas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada badannya.
Ya, tidak mudah pemirsa bagi Uzbekistan yang saat ini menempati peringkat 50 FIFA dan juga sebagai tim debutan di Piala Dunia kali ini menghadapi salah satu tim yang memang diunggulkan, salah satu tim yang memang sedang ingin menunjukkan bahwa mereka baik-baik saja dan itu dibuktikan dari tiga Anda melihat tentunya ini akan ada perubahan besarkah bagi Portugal dan juga bagi Uzbekistan?
Uzbekistan yang harus berubah ya kalau kita lihat ya. Artinya Alijanov masuk di sini, kemudian harus ada Urunov juga ya. Azizbek, Amanov juga ada Igor Sergeyev, artinya mereka harus punya solusi di depan ya, bukan saja di belakang. Bagaimana memperbaiki, karena mereka butuh gol untuk setidaknya membawa pertandingan ini mereka lebih percaya diri karena mereka pasti akan keluar ya. Ini yang akan memudahkan juga bagi Portugal untuk lebih masuk ke dalam pertahanan mereka.
Ya, dan tentunya pemirsa kita akan segera saksikan apakah akan ada rekor kembali tercipta di babak kedua di Piala Dunia. Tentunya semua menunggu dan ada pergantian pemain juga yang dilakukan oleh Portugal. Medo ya dipersiapkan di pinggir lapangan pertandingan. Kita akan melihat siapa yang akan diganti.
Medo.
Oh, sepertinya memang Kaseo ya?
Iya, Kaseo ya.
Sudah ditarik untuk bisa berikan rotasi, bahkan
Francisco
Conceição juga dipersiapkan. Ya, wajar karena memang Portugal sudah unggul dan juga mencoba untuk rotasi. Karena pertandingan masih banyak. Neto ditarik keluar. Dan baik pemirsa, kita akan segera menuju ke Houston Stadium kembali untuk menyaksikan babak kedua. Portugal menghadapi Uzbekistan. Selamat menyaksikan.
The aforementioned Francisco Conceição is going to make his way on, as you mentioned as well. So if Uzbekistan thought it might get easier, it's not. Quality off the bench is remarkable.
We're underway. Uzbekistan have made a couple of alterations at half-time. Moskovoy has come on, Amrabekov the one going off for him, and Shehzad Nasrullayev replaced by Hoji Akbar Alijonov. Remember, Cannavaro changed his goalkeeper for this one, the veteran stopper Utka Yusupov is benched for this one. Abdul Namatov getting his 16th cap for Uzbekistan today, but beaten 3 times. Here's Ashamatov. Moskovoy, one of several in the squad that plays for Pakhtakor, the giant of Uzbek football. Lovely touch from João Neves, honed, no doubt, on the beaches close to where he lived as a youngster, João Neves. João Felix, 20 goals and 13 assists for Al Nassr in the season just gone in the Saudi Pro League. Nuno Mendes.
Okay.
Desk smuggle it through, one back by João Felix. Excellent hit. It sails just over.
Well, there's so much conviction here. The minute it comes to him, he's got eyes for goal. He's not thinking about anything else than getting swiveled around, getting his hips facing the target, and that doesn't miss by much. But that's the mentality of a goal scorer. And when you're scoring that many in Saudi Arabia, well, you're bringing that to the World Cup now.
Shukrov on to Shomorodov. Neat passage of play this. And Jonov given far too much to do with that final ball of the move.
And you can see Uzbekistan getting a little bit stretched out now, chasing the score line. Just leaves too much time and space on the ball for players of the caliber of Portugal.
Well, they've still got some way to go yet, Portugal, before they can at least match their biggest win at a World Cup. Current record stands at 7-0 against North Korea back in 2010. It was only 1-0 at half-time in that game. Karimov looking to gallop away, but runs out of pitch.
So he got the start today, Joao Felix. He's been out in wide spaces a little bit, but he's also come in to play off of Ronaldo. And, you know, this is him showing that he's a striker. He likes being central and facing goal. And there's the power that he hit that with.
So much strength in depth. That's why they are one of the favourites to go all the way at this tournament. Coutinho is managing to poke that to Ruben Diaz. Nelson Semedo. Sao now operating down the right. And perhaps a shade unfortunate that he didn't get a start today, because he was the one who really tried to take the game by the scruff of the neck in the opening match.
Yeah, he would have got the higher marks, and he did what a substitute needed to do in that game. He got lively and was creating things and was beating people, but, you know, he may be looked upon by Roberto Martinez as better off the bench. And today, you know, it's a little bittersweet coming into a World Cup game when it's already 3-0 and a lot of the good times have occurred, but nonetheless, he's got an opportunity to make an impression here in the second half. And I wonder about the PSG players, a lot of these Portuguese players that have had long, arduous seasons, pressure-filled seasons.
Sao will be beaten to this by Ashamatov. And Ronaldo putting the pressure on the Martov, the goalkeeper. He was quick to apologise to his teammates. Took too long on that.
Well, you even can't dwell too long around Ronaldo. He saw a bit of a loose touch there, and in his mind that just triggered a reaction to go close him down. But he's showing up in areas of the field that he didn't against the Congo. He's come back into midfield, etc.
Syukur panik. Alah. Santungin itu sih.
Ali Jonov on the move. Faizalayev. Shomorodov waiting in the middle.
Angel harus dipepet ya.
Faizalayev. Straight at Diogo Costa. Do you know what though? I really like Faizalayev. He's a real footballer, isn't he?
No, he's brought some attention to himself, and he can create a chance on his own. You can only imagine what Faizalayev could do if, in fact, they played the game more in the half of the field of the opponent. But very, tricky, very lively. A player that drifts around, and he's a creator. He's looking to make moments, looking to set teammates up or himself. So he's ID'd himself, I think, in the first two games of this tournament.
Yeah, I think you might hear a lot more about him in the coming months. Aged as well before he headed out here. Congratulations to him. And well, there on Joao Felix, and Portugal free kick. Uzbekistan would be eliminated today if the scoreline stays as it is here, and the DR Congo going to win against Colombia. So their hopes of progression now in the hands of others. Nuno Mendes swings that in dangerously, but it skids away from Ruben Diaz. Silva, one of those who might be hoping to get a taste of the action here. He started the last match.
And look at him on the bench, and I'm just saying, he's coming off the bench. It really is amazing. You know, just to see the talent that Roberto Martinez can dip into.
Rodon giving chase. Diogo Costa always the favourite to get there. A one-club man, Diogo Costa. Plays for Porto, who were crowned Portuguese champions last season. 25 clean sheets, and very much the #1 choice for Roberto Martinez at international level.
Well, you don't get that club loyalty as much anymore because of the finances involved in the game.
Moscovoy gets away from it. Vitinha wanted a foul. He's got his arms out by his side, but play goes on. Otabek Shukurov, Ali Jonov, and now the highly talented Faisal Layev. Shukurov thought about the shot. He'll have a pop now. And it took a nick on its way. The referee's given a corner.
And Portugal's not forgetting the last foul. 4 guys surrounding the referee, but this is a nice opportunity carved out. Didn't strike it maybe the way he wanted to, Shukurov. But leads to a corner. Good passage of play from Uzbekistan. Small victories are what they're about right now. You have to remind yourself, this is likely the pinnacle of everybody's career out here for Uzbekistan, to be in a World Cup. Here's some of the pushing and shoving inside the box. Not a lot in all this. It's just the drama and theater.
So a corner for Uzbekistan that is taken short. Karimov. Janyev to send it over. Ronaldo with the header out. And the break could be on. On Seisao. Bringing Mendes into play, and Portugal just controlling the tempo, slowing it down.
Ronaldo defended the set piece, the corner, or the cross that came into the short one. Sprinted 60, 70 yards to get in the box to potentially be on the end of this transitional moment, and then of course Portugal held it up and recirculated.
Oh, lovely back heel from João Felix. Ronaldo clutching his shin, the whistle is on. Portugal free kick. They are a team that have qualified for the knockout stage in 4 of the last 5 World Cups. Portugal did dip out at the group stage in Brazil in 2014. Cristiano Ronaldo still dreaming of that first World Cup crown in what would surely be, I think he said so himself, hasn't he, his last World Cup. It'll be 45 at the next one.
He kind of downplayed winning the World Cup in the context of his career, which I'm not sure I'm buying that all the way. I mean, this guy's a winner. He wants to win everything. He has won everything except for the Holy Grail of Portugal. She loves him. So does the country. So do the kids.
Yeah, he's got 1 or 2 followers, hasn't he, on social media?
You and I reminded ourselves of the amount of Ronaldo 7 jerseys in here that crazy. Now will he take this one? This is a long way out.
Nuno Mendes is there, so too is Bruno Fernandes just out of the picture.
Hat-trick UCL Jai. Selamat Anda kena prank.
Lifted over Ronaldo! What a save! What a save! He's picked up an injury for his troubles as well, Ronaldo. Nemaltov quickly off his line to deny him the hat-trick.
It's great goalkeeping by Nematov. It's a well put together set piece. So Ronaldo runs over it. He's acting as though he's not involved. He is onside, but that's great goalkeeping to get off your line. Look, the ability to dig that little ball in that tight space to prevent or to present a shooting opportunity for Ronaldo. Ridiculous. Nematov deserves a lot of credit for that save.
What a clever free kick routine that was.
Yeah, that was something special. Unfortunately, Ronaldo's okay.
Hobbling slightly, but he will not want to come off. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, you know he wants a hat-trick. Yeah, he wants a hat-trick. There's no question.
Bruno Fernandes over this corner. Austin McPhee, by the way, who's one of the coaching team for Portugal, has been really animated just prior to this corner kick. And it's clear. Well, one of the scruffiest goals yet at this FIFA World Cup. But Portugal raised the score to 4-0. João Felix taking all of the congratulations. Be interested to see who indeed got the decisive touch on this. But Portugal are rampant.
So delivery comes in at the near post. Ronaldo got the initial touch, I think, as he gets in front of. No, he didn't. It was João Felix who helped it on. That went in off the right hand of Nematov, the goalkeeper. And then off a defender here, I think, Husanov.
Deary me, talk about bad luck.
Langsung merasa bersalah ya. Diarahke kan masuk ramet tuh seminggu.
Ali Jonov meanwhile for Uzbekistan. Raiding forward down the left, he's got his team a corner. So it will go down as a Nematov own goal.
And you're looking at Husanov there, the Manchester City player. Big symbol of Uzbekistani soccer. Of course, was the first Uzbek player ever to play in League One in France. Big payout for City to get him.
Azalaev with the corner, bit of a test of that for Diogo Costa. And again, Shomorodov's header. Janjev, who we know can really hit them, had a whack, but had plenty of traffic in front of him. Janjev again, only partially away. Shomorodov's first touch was too heavy. Horribly exposed as of now. Cristiano Ronaldo with it. Mendes streaking through the centre. He's gone down the line instead towards Semedo. And picked up by Fazalaev, who drops into defensive mode. The red shirts were swarming all over the white there.
No, and they're getting urged on to score more and more goals here and keep attacking by this extremely pro-Portugal crowd.
Conceição.
Well, that proves genetics work. His father, Sergio Conceição, tremendous player in the Italian league and for Portugal.
And he actually gave his son his professional debut at Porto as well.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Mendes. Shukrov. Bruno Fernandes. Caught one in the eye. Shukrov.
A little bit of an eye rake there in that challenge. That's another thing got to be careful of here. You don't want anybody leaving here today getting injured. Thinking ahead probably now if you're Roberto Martinez.
We're going to see the first involvement of Francisco Trincao at this FIFA World Cup. Joao Felix is the one that he's replaced. Francisco Trincao of Sporting.
Panas Prof Messi.
Not only a teammate of Cristiano Ronaldo in the Portuguese setup, Trincao, he's also shared a dressing room with Lionel Messi at Barcelona as well. Vitinha for Portugal. Conceição.
Oke, dipepet bisa.
Vitinha. Ruben Diaz.
Kuat jaluk-jaluk nang cedak yang putih kok.
Vega. Pressure on Vega. He was a very cool customer back there. And he, no doubt, will be taking a keen interest, Renato Vega, that is, in the Cabo Verde game that is taking place here a few days from now. He is the son of a former Cabo Verde international, Nelson Vega. And what a fairy tale story they are producing at these finals. João Neves.
Blue Sharks have turned a few heads, there's no question about it.
Oh, lovely twist there from Conceição. Vitinha. Conceição again. Shuffled away by Ashamatov. There's now down, clutching his thigh. It's not for long, he's back on his feet. And certainly that rule change has seen the behaviour of players improve in that regard when they're hitting the deck. They don't want to be forced off to the side for a minute, do they?
No, that's really been very positive. Keeping things moving here. It's a free-flowing game. Want more football played in less idle time with injury and feigning injury and things like that. It's been positive. You can see players jump up quickly.
Well, the fourth goal, incidentally, has been corrected again. It's now a Husanov own goal. Pepe on the back row there. And Nuno Gomes as well, former Portuguese striker. One of the team that finished fourth at the 2006 World Cup it was, wasn't it? Scored in that match for third place against Germany, which they lost.
It's been a lot of fun to see a lot of the former players in every building. Obviously, they're just so much of the lore of the World Cup.
Mendez's free kick. Headed up and out. Abdullayev. Shomorodov. He's got movement up ahead of him. Karimov looking to break away.
Tackle from Mendes deflects off out for the goal kick. What can you say about him, the PSG man? Done it all here today. He's been up and down, he's tackled, he's won the ball, he's supplied it to his midfield, he's scored a spectacular free kick. Good day at the office for him. And he's provided that width, which was really, to me, the biggest question coming into this game.
Panik.
off to Janyev. He's gone down clutching his face after a collision with Renato Vega that yields a yellow card for the Portugal centre-back.
Yeah, Janyev just fought an errant hand.
A reminder that all yellow cards are cleared after the group stage. And the Portuguese fans very happy, but so too are the fans of Uzbekistan, who are determined to enjoy their journey at this FIFA World Cup, and why not?
Penting kesorot tuh, Bryson kesorot.
It is Portugal firmly in the ascendancy, who lead by 4-0 here in Houston.
Uzbekistan semua
dipakai
ukurannya bisa gawang ya.
Lawan kepas.
Dikruyo lah bali tekan omah. Bangga. Kono sing awan ya. Sore. Donald Trump ora tau ngetok yo. Lah sama dibedil dasi kae. Lah nek teko ke babal teko rudal Iran teko apa.
Fourth goal for Portugal that went down as a Husanov own goal. Smiles everywhere you look on the faces of the fans here, as the majority are supporting those in red. Western supporters comfortably outnumbered. Come here, they brought their flags, they brought their energy to this place. What a thrill it must be to see their team representing their nation on the World Cup stage. A treat also to see some of the stars of world football on display. What does Fabio Cannavaro say to his players at this juncture?
It's all positive. You're trying to take every single thing and every ounce of equity you can out of a World Cup. This is a big moment for Uzbekistan. It's a big moment for their fans. You're looking at this game as opportunity. You know, you would likely weren't coming here to win the World Cup. You were coming here to compete. You were coming here to get yourself on the world stage. This is a step on the ladder of continuing the ascent of Uzbekistan and their international football and their domestic league as well. So, no, you're only being positive here. Your expectations as Fabio Cannavaro is a guy who won a World Cup with Italy. Don't think he doesn't know where the expectations are. And he's certainly going to continue to work and coach and manage throughout this game. Single pass and decision you make here, Paul, is one that you're doing on a stage against one of the greatest teams in the world, Portugal, and you're doing it on a stage that not many people get to. But I think sometimes you got to just kind of get a check and realize that these are moments that some of these players will never get back again.
Still trying to work hard, but not getting much change out of that Portugal back line. A flag up against him now.
If you're Shermodov, you know, you want to score a goal against Portugal, or you're anybody on that team, on Uzbekistan. You want to produce a goal. You want to produce a moment. You want to continue to compete.
Fernandez, look round the corner. Tied it up by Husanov. There's a boot on that. They're invited to come forward again. Nuno Mendes, Ronaldo. It's what everybody wants, isn't it? They all want to see him get the hat-trick.
Shermatov snuffed him out at the end there. That was all Bruno Mendes, excuse me. Wins the tackle here. Joins in. Overlaps here on the left, and he's obviously looking for Ronaldo. Kind of steps forward, then steps back. Create a passing angle and a shooting opportunity.
Change for Uzbekistan. Wolfsbeck Fazalayev has departed, and in his place on comes Igor Sergeyev.
Anjay, Chalu.
Ronaldo closing that one down. And juggling with it. And bitten away by Nabartov. Bruno Fernandes to Vitinha. Feels like it's coming, doesn't it?
Sure does. Ronaldo's just tormenting Nematov.
Shomorodov in hot pursuit of this, but Ruben Diaz looks to fend him off. And he's pulled up for a foul, in fact, there. Shomorodov, who's got additional support now.
Nematov is just too casual. These two incidences with Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo's lucky, was unlucky not to have gotten the third goal here. He nearly deflected that in by just closing him down.
Is the chaos creator, so called by Roberto Martinez. Ponce Sao on this right-hand side. Bernardo Silva is about to make his entrance. And the big names just keep on coming, don't they? Every time someone comes on from the bench, it's another name that you immediately recognise.
They're all players that have more trophies than
Semedo. Ponce Sao trying to get on the outside of Ali Jonov.
Been a nice sort of casual game for Ruben Diaz to come back into after injury and get himself reinserted.
Yeah, that's a good point. Tomasz Araujo is expected to be back in contention for the next game, even though he is sitting on the bench for Portugal today.
And that's Ronaldo just lashing that left foot at the ball. It's kind of bending away, but Nematov is up to the task. You can tell the Portuguese players are trying to set Ronaldo up to get that hat-trick.
Bernardo Silva on for João Neves. 111th cap for Bernardo Silva. Be interesting to see where he heads next, having left Manchester City at the end of the Premier League season just gone. After so much success there. Here's a current Manchester City player, Ruben Diaz, giving it to Ronaldo Vega of Villarreal. Bruno Fernandes overruns it.
Yeah, what can Bernardo Silva not do, right? Just an immensely versatile guy. You can plug him into any area of the field. Got every skill set. The thinking man's game for the sport.
Another full house here. Keeps on drawing the crowds, this stadium. 68,777.
Continue to hear people that have come in from around the world just really, really impressed with the grandness, the largeness, and the modernization of the stadiums in the United States.
Sao to Bernardo Silva. 20 goals now we've had in the 4 games here so far in Houston. No lack of entertainment when this city hosts a World Cup fixture. Shomorodov, a rare venture forward here for Uzbekistan. Karimov. Shomorodov! Well, he's not had much to play with. He made this himself pretty much.
No, he surely hasn't. They had a little overload on the right side here. They got it into him, hit it off the half volley after bringing it down and just jumped up on him a little bit there. Wasn't able to steer it on target, but it's a quality chance for Uzbekistan. They earned it, they created it.
Well, it's gone back and forth, by the way, for that own goal. It was Nematov, the goalkeeper, initially, then credited to Husanov, and it's back with the goalkeeper again, which dare say he doesn't want. He's had a tough afternoon as it is without a OG against his name. But the fact remains that Portugal in control.
I would say complete control, absolutely. And they went out to grab it early too. They got it 6 minutes in. The Ronaldo goal that early was a big piece of just getting off and running in the right direction. They got the early goal against the Congo too, but today it's been different. They've continued to attack, and they look like the Portugal that everybody knows.
See Rafael Leao down there as well. He'll be joining us soon.
Portuguese fans are having a lot of fun. Look at the smile on that young man.
Interesting hairdo. I wouldn't be brave enough to do that. Mind you, you need the hair in the first place, don't you, Glenn? Which I'm sadly lacking in that department. Which, in the heat of Texas, is not necessarily a good thing.
Have to be careful.
Seagate was trying to make his presence felt up there. Target man tight, alongside Shomurodov now.
Haven't talked a lot about Vitinha on the ball now. He's really, for the most part, stayed home here today, protected his center backs, just kind of controlled the game from a deeper lying midfield position. Hasn't joined in very much. Usually every game, once or twice, he joins in. And sometimes that's purely just running the ball. You know, he sees a big space and just takes off running with it.
Good knockdown from Shomurodov. And sadly for Uzbekistan, Zhukrov couldn't the right pass to Sergeyev. Bernardo Silva. Say Sao spotting the gap and going through it. Semedo. Vitinha. You know, the way he plays the game makes me feel as though I could play at a decent level. He makes it look so easy. By the way, for the record, I absolutely could not play at a decent level. He's just effortless with it.
This level.
Shomurodov taking a risk. Ronaldo was offering around and Husanov just shifted away. On the surge here. Abdullayev carrying it deep into Portuguese territory and continuing his run. It's come deep though. Portuguese head on that.
It was a rare opportunity for Uzbekistan. They actually had 3 players in the box waiting on that cross.
Long bursting run, wasn't it, from Abdullayev, stepping out from centre back. Bruno Fernandes looking to get Nuno Mendes away. Ronaldo's on his bike. Slam.
Nuno Mendes, sorry Paul, Nuno Mendes is just such a weapon down that left side. I mean, you always hear Luis Enrique talking about how important he is to PSG. Well, I mean, he's really been a big part of a big factor in this game.
Here comes Rafael Leao. And Vitinha is going off. Well, he rarely puts a foot wrong, does he?
No, he goes about his business silently. Look at the appreciation from the Portuguese fans for Vitinha. Considering the year he's had, the amount of games he's played, turns around right after winning the Champions League and he's off to the World Cup.
He is some player. And this is a squad of some players as well, some players of supreme talent. Fernandez. Shomurodov bringing it down. He's got a long way to go here. He's not shy of support though. Usanov, who we know can really motor, was up there with him, but lost control.
I thought Shomurodov could have picked his head up. He had a runner on the far side of the field.
Rafael Leao just on from the bench, gliding away down the left. Not had the best of campaigns, by the way, for Milan in the season just gone. Conceição wanting movement from Semedo. Shifted infield for Bruno Fernandes. Good save from Nobar. Close to being 5, one back again by Nuno Mendes. Rafael Leao. Arimov there is hunted down by Cristiano Ronaldo. Is he going to play the full 90, do you think, Cristiano?
I think so. I think so. I think he's got 2. He wants the hat trick. Probably feeling good. You got enough time in between games.
Trincao.
He was offside.
Yeah, flag is up. So 2 games in, Glenn. Are we looking at a genuine contender to win this World Cup?
Well, look, I think they were a genuine contender to win it based on this elite midfield, based on Ronaldo, based on a number of things. This is one of the top teams in the world. I don't think there's any question. But I think you have to take this game in context of it's Uzbekistan. The real test for me is going to be when they play Colombia in their next game. That could really be a good one.
Jonov swinging that cross in.
You know, we all have the tendency on one game and one opponent to make a lot of big judgment, myself included. But I want to see them against Colombia. I want to see them under pressure in a bigger way to find out if the Congo match was for real or not, and if this match is for real or not.
We've seen a lot of the big teams make a slow start to the tournament. As often is said, good teams grow into tournaments.
Yeah, we all know Portugal has the talent to do it. It's world-class talent through and through. They've got depth. Arguably the best overall midfield when you look at the differing elements that it comes with.
Bernardo Silva. Leao, Trincao. Well, they're looking for him. Every time they get it, they're looking for him.
About to say the same thing, absolutely. I've seen Leao look for him, Trincao's looking for him, everybody's looking for him.
Another 4 goals here. 20 in total. We do not have a problem in Houston when it comes to goals.
Started off in a big way with Germany and Curacao, and a historic one for Curacao. And of goals for Kai Havertz and company.
Might still be time for more yet. Fernandes looking to get Semedo away. Can he find Ronaldo? Will come the way of Rafael Leao, who smashes in number 5. From doubt to direction, from setback to statement. Portugal have announced themselves at this World Cup in a big way.
Well, he gets his, and there's all this talk about him wanting to be a musician. Hey, stick to football right now. You're in the World Cup. Run his time beautifully. Great way to the pass to allow Semedo to play it first time. Ronaldo was the target, but coming in from the left side onto his right foot, bends it. No chance there for Nemetov. And you got to love it when a winger on the opposite side of the field has made a commitment to get into the penalty area and can provide you with an accurate finish like this. He had a lot of goal to look at. But that puts an exclamation point on it today here in Houston.
And that is one happy man right there, Roberto Martinez. I think the questions might be a little different for him post-game today. They were before the game, where he was facing some very pointed questions, shall we say.
Handled them expertly.
Yes, he is very good at that.
Oh, Roberto Martinez, very good communicator. He's definitely a wordsmith type of guy.
Have a contract after this World Cup, and there are strong suggestions that he will go to Al Nassr, which is obviously where Cristiano Ronaldo plays his club football. So that could be a reunion forthcoming. Shomorodov. Do you know what? Even through a lack of service, I've been really impressed with his work rate at the top of the pitch for Uzbekistan.
Well, at the top of the show, I mentioned, you know, he's a lone ranger up there. He doesn't get a lot of support. He knows he's got to be in a battle against three center backs for 90 minutes, right? Based on the way Uzbekistan plays. So he has lived up to the moment from commitment.
Semedo, too high for Ronaldo. Trincao, Mendes, Fernandez, Sao. John belts it away, but it's gone straight to Bernardo Silva. We're in the 90th minute now. Uzbekistan managing to close the door that time. Sergeyev.
Tambahan biro.
Kaspelis.
5 jam, kuliah.
Tambahan 5 menit ya, sumpah.
Janyev feeding Shomorodov. Alijonov. Can they have the last word at least here, Uzbekistan? They'd love to. Janyev. Zhukrov. Oh, a little bit sloppy, a little casual. Ronaldo pinched it, albeit briefly.
Just back a little bit to Shomorodov. You know, he is the most high-profile player on this team. He is the center forward. He is the captain. You know, I think he has battled, to your point, extremely well. He's had to do it on his own. I think his touches let him down a little bit, maybe in a situation or two, but boy, when you're doing this battling against three rugged center backs over the course of a long match, it's not an easy thing to do.
High boot from Rafael Leao hands Uzbekistan a free kick, but going to make a couple of changes before they take it.
Back to his goal. You see him wrap sort of the inside and the front part of his foot around this. He has so much goal to look out here. He knows where he's going. It's a winger getting in. He's predominantly left-footed, gets in on his right foot, and he's got his World Cup moment.
Here comes the free kick, safely handled by Diogo Costa. Ruslanbek Jayanov has come on. Karimov has made way for Uzbekistan. And Sherzod Hasanov also introduced for the time that remains here. And we're already 2 minutes on, 2 minutes in even, to the 5 added. Rafael Leao, who's tricked.
Still time for Ronaldo to get that third. Here's this delivery that comes back to Rafael Leao again.
Nuno Mendes, Trincao.
Teko-teko sareng mlebu.
First time wide. Might look very close at first glance.
Trying to get his account opened up. Ronaldo plays a very, very good ball down the left side, and boy, he just knifes in between 2 or 3 defenders, paces in the delivery, tries to steer it on goal, just misses.
Well, some great games still to come as well today. England against Ghana in Group L in Boston. In Toronto, Panama against Croatia. The other game in Group L. And then the other game in this group, Group K in Guadalajara, when Colombia take on DR Congo. A bit of afters there between Janov and Leao, and Abdullayev adding his thoughts as well. It's all part of a learning process, I suppose, for Fabio Cannavaro and his Uzbekistan team, but they'll surely benefit from an experience such as this.
He's going to be upset they weren't competitive for a longer period of time tonight.
Conceição, Semedo was right in the thick of things there. The foul by Ronaldo. Time almost up in Houston, but maybe still time for one last goal. Ronaldo wants it, and he can't quite find it. What a way that would have been to end the story today.
Well, Rafael Leao wanted to put it on a platter for Ronaldo.
Well, the Ronaldo hat-trick was the only thing missing, but in the grand scheme of things, that's a minor detail. Portugal get the win that he so desperately craved, having faced so much criticism and questioning after that draw with DR Congo. Cristiano Ronaldo got 2. He is Portugal's all-time top scorer at a FIFA World Cup, surpassing that of the legendary Eusebio. Rafael Leao on the score sheet, Nuno Mendes, and an own goal from Husanov. And Uzbekistan are comfortably beaten, and they are on the brink of elimination. Full time in Houston, Portugal 5, Uzbekistan 0.